Good day. In this video, we're going to simplify these 6 expressions. If you understand how to do them, you don't have to look at the rest of the video. Before we start, please remember, if there's anything in school mathematics that you're not sure about, you're allowed to send a WhatsApp photo of your problem to this number. Then we'll try and solve your problem and send back an answer to you as soon as possible for free. Right, let's have a look at some pre-knowledge that you need to have. If you have to simplify by timesing this 5x into this bracket, your answer will be 5 to the power of 3x, because your bases are the same and you are multiplying. Then you add your exponents, and x plus 2x is 3x. Then anything times 1 will stay the same way, but if you times by a minus 1, you'll get minus whatever it was. So 5 to the x times minus 1 is minus 5 to the x. Then in grade 9, we taught you to times a binomial with a binomial. That means it's 2 terms times 2 terms. If the two brackets look exactly the same and only the sign there differs, the following will happen. You times the x with the x, you'll get x squared. X times plus y is plus xy. Minus y times x is minus xy. And minus y times y is minus y squared. That plus xy and minus xy will cancel each other, and the final answer will be x squared minus y squared. So in this situation, you can just times the x with the x and get x squared, minus y with the plus y and get minus y squared. But try and understand that it's true. Now here we have such a situation. We have two brackets with exactly the same number there and there, same number there and there, and a different sign over there. You get your brain around this. You're just going to times the 7x with the 7x, because the bases are the same. You add the exponents. That gives you 7 to the 2x. Minus times a plus gives you a minus, and 2 times 2 is 4. So this is the final answer of this complicated looking product. Right, here's our first sum. They say simplify the following expression. So we got 3 to the power of 2x minus 1 over 3 to the x minus 1. First thing we do is we keep the bottom, and then we factorize the top. If you look backwards now, 3 to the x times 3 to the x will give me 3 to the 2x. The minus 1 times plus 1 will give me minus 1. So this factorized will look like this. Then we will cancel. 3 to the x minus 1 goes in here once, and 3 to the x minus 1 goes in there once. So they cancel each other. My final answer is 3 to the x plus 1. The next expression that we must simplify looks like this. After you've done a few of these, you will see that in here is a common factor I can take out. We keep the bottom the same way it was, and at the top we pull out a 2 to the power of x. Now you say 2 to the power of x times what will give me 2 to the power of 2x, and that is 2 to the x. How do I know that it's right? Because my bases are the same and I am timesing, so I add my exponents. X plus x will give me my 2x. Then you say 2 to the x times what will give me minus 2 to the x. That answer is then minus 1. Then I can cancel this packet with this packet. 2 to the x minus 1 goes in here once, and 2 to the x minus 1 goes in here once. My final answer is 2 to the x. The last expression we're going to simplify is this one. A little bit more work, so be careful. This is but one way of doing it. The first thing I did is I pulled out a minus at the top here to get this in the right order. This minus times the 4x will give me minus 4x. The minus times the minus 16 will give me a plus 16. So this is still the same as this. Then we prime factorize that 4, and it becomes 2 to the power of 2x. So that 4 to the power of x becomes 2 to the power of 2x. The rest stayed the same. Then we factorized this into the difference of two squares. If you look, you'll see that minus is still there. 2 to the x times 2 to the x will give me 2 to the 2x. Minus 4 times plus 4 will give me that minus 16. Now that packet and that packet looks the same. So we can cancel. That 2 to the x minus 4 goes in there once. 2 to the x minus 4 goes in there once. And that minus comes down and that packet stays. If you want to, you can go one step further. And you can write minus 2 to the x minus 4. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked the video and subscribe to the channel.